people, welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. I hope you enjoyed the game. Playing against Sheffield United, the worst team in the league. Of course, everybody expected us to win, right? They are the worst in the league. They have not scored a goal in their past 3 games, and you don't expect them to come and beat us at the Emirates Stadium. Last season, we did win a game against them. They hit us 1-0 when we went to their stadium, and it was 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. So probably this was some sort of revenge against the worst team in the league. And I have some talking points that I want us to talk about. What was our performance like? But what did I note in that game? One, Aubameyang shouldn't be playing on the flanks. Aubameyang should be the centre forward. I don't see any reason as to why Lacazette or why Nketiah starts ahead of him. He doesn't get any more chances. He has become a typical winger, trying to create chances for nobody, because the strikers that he tries to connect with are not really on fire. So I think Aubameyang will be more fruitful when he's playing as a centre forward. If we want him to get to compete with the Vardis, if he's going to compete with Harry Kane, he has to play as a centre forward for us. And I think that was well seen today. In the past 3 games, he has been really lost. Like, you can't trust him in the game. You can't trust him in the game. He doesn't get chances, and even if he gets the chances, they are not the clinical chances that you think he has to score. They are really creepy chances. So I think Aubameyang, I picked that out of the game. Aubameyang should be playing as centre forward. And the second is Nketiah started ahead of Lacazette. Lacazette has scored in every game he has started for us, or he has played for us actually this season. 4 goals out of 4 games. And that's myself, Mikel Arteta. You are telling us that you're taking us forward, and you cannot even select a starting 11 that is consistent. I don't know why Nketiah started ahead of Lacazette. I don't know why, and it wasn't. In my opinion, it wasn't right. So I think it should be Lacazette first and then Nketiah next. It shouldn't be Nketiah first and then Lacazette. I don't know why Mikel Arteta keeps on switching his side, but it isn't the best. Point 3, the 3-4-3 is not working for us. 3-4-3 ain't working for us. Yes, we had a very good game after the 60 minutes, because before 60 minutes and before that time we were absolutely flat. Absolutely flat. Predictable. You don't create chances. The passes were obvious, and Leicester City were in a holiday. We had the ball, but they were in a holiday. And I just came to think about it. 3-4-3. You literally have 2 midfielders, and you have 2 other defenders. So it means you have 5 defenders on the pitch. And I've been thinking about this. Why don't we add another midfielder? If you want to play El Neni and Ceballos, add Granit Xhaka. Let us have that midfield intact. Going forward, and that's why it's very hard for us to go forward. Very hard for us to go forward. You have 2 midfielders, and the rest of the players behind them are completely defenders. Apart from Bukayo Saka, the other players are defenders, and they do not help us so much while going forward. And if you look at most of the teams, how they are playing, Leicester City, they have 3 midfielders. Everton has 3 midfielders. Manchester United use 3 midfielders. Manchester City and others. So I think the 3-4-3, doesn't really sit well for me. And I think even against a team like Sheffield United, you think bringing in more midfielders, should have just broken them even at half time. But because you have less midfielders, they are 10 men behind the ball. You have no creativity. You can break them, and you can see the goals we scored. Pepe's brilliance. I love the goal. I really love the goal. Point 4, we were flat. We were so flat. Predictable football. He's going to pass here. He's going to give a back pass. He's going to pass to this one. That's not the kind of football that breaks down opponents like Sheffield United. That's not the kind of football that breaks down hard teams like Crystal Palace. And we are really going to struggle against teams like Crystal Palace, because at some point in time they are going to score fast. You get me? They are going to score fast in the game. How are you going to cope up with that? They will score fast. For example, if you're playing a team like Manchester United, right? They're not so good, but they have the ability to score fast. And then you play this kind of flat-footed football, pass to this one, give to this one, pass to this one, give to this one. Really. No, that's not the kind of football you want to see. That's not the kind of football you want to see. And I'm just here, Goldrick has just scored a beautiful color, beautiful goal, 83 minutes, beautiful goal. Point 5, creativity. We lack creativity. You know, I think this is a point that's going to cut across all the, all the talking points in all games. We lack creativity. The midfield doesn't give us any chances, and the wing plays. I don't know what Aubameyang doesn't create so many chances. You guys know that. Willian these days is kind of flat. So literally, we don't have anyone to create the chances. And if you saw the goals we scored, they were because of individual brilliance. Apart from the first goal, because I think that was a little bit of build-up, but the second goal was Pepe's brilliance. Pepe's brilliance. Yes, I know that's the reason that's why we signed him and so much, but still, we need to get the creativity on the board. Point 6 is it's hard to support Arsenal while they are playing on the pitch. It's better we support Arsenal while they are off the pitch, because there we are fans. But here, when they're on the pitch with with this whole lot of crap, it's really hard to support Arsenal. I hope you guys know that. And point 7, we were good defensively. Apart from this goal we have conceded, I think we should have done better. You don't give a player because I told you the players we have to watch, Ludastrom and then McGoldrick. You don't give him that space. You don't give him that that range to shoot. He's going to he's going to harm you, and he did. 2-1 is the score right now, but of course we still have 6 minutes to go. Maybe we can score another. Anyway, I think those are my 7 talking points. Are they 6, 7? Yeah, 7 talking points. Aubameyang should play as a CDF, as centre forward. Nketiah should be second to Lacazette, not Lacazette. Second, the 3-4-3 needs to change. We need to apply something like a 4-2-3-1. We are so flat. We need a player who can actually do those unpredictable things. Unpredictable things. The other point, we need to get a lineup. We need to get a starting lineup. We can't just bring in this one tomorrow. You bring in this one. Players need to get that chemistry, and Mikel Arteta knows that. He knows that because he has been a player, and he knows how much chemistry needs to means to a team, especially a starting lineup in the EPL. You need to have your first lineup set. You only make changes when they are called for. Against Liverpool, Gabriel Magalhaes didn't play. Now he comes back. Rob Holding is dropped. David Louis comes in. I have no problem with that. I think this should be the back 3 we can use. Louis, Gabriel, and Tierney. Use those 3. It's okay. The midfield should change. I don't think if we want to accommodate Bukayo Saka, it's fine. Then we should leave Hakim Bellerin out. We don't need so many defenders, right? We don't need so many defenders there. And then I would applaud the defense. Gabriel and the boys, Tierney and Luis, they did so well. They looked well. Yeah. So I think those are the talking points in this game. Not so much to talk about because we were good enough. Well, we were not so bad. So I don't think we can really talk about much. I loved Bukayo Saka's header. Straight on point, my man. Straight on point. It was a beautiful goal. Straight on point, and it was a goal. I also like Pepe's goal. I like Pepe's goal. Anyway, those are the